Walking Toward the Light, A Journey of Healing. Healing Parables Project. Once upon a time, there was a woman who found herself in a deep valley. She didn't remember how she got there. It had happened gradually. The ground beneath her feet had given way, her familiar world had crumbled, and she was now surrounded by a thick fog, unable to see the road ahead. It was cold and damp in that valley. From time to time, she heard voices, harsh, judgmental, insistent. They said, "You'll be here for a long time. You've achieved nothing. You're too weak to get out." She believed those voices, until one day she noticed a tiny glow, a flicker of something warm within herself. "I am here, but I can still move forward," she thought. And she began to walk. Her path was not easy. It led through brambles of old beliefs, across shaky trails of fear, and through rivers of doubt. Sometimes she fell. Sometimes she sat with her knees drawn to her chest, overcome with despair. But each time, something or someone reminded her, "You are already far from where you once were. Look back." She looked, and saw that she had traveled miles. She remembered that she had learned to understand herself, that her voice, once trembling, now sounded more confident, that her words had already helped others, that even amid pain and exhaustion, she had created beauty. One night, during an especially difficult climb, when it seemed the incline was too steep, she looked up and saw the stars. They were distant but inviting. What if this isn't just a fall? She wondered. What if I am walking toward the light, even if I cannot see it yet? And so, she took another step. And another. And another. The flicker inside her grew brighter. The fog began to lift. She realized that the journey wasn't about instantly reaching the peak, but about moving forward despite the fear. And she was already on her way. The higher she climbed, the more light began to seep into her world. She started to notice flowers growing along the path's edge, trees extending their branches as if offering support. Occasionally, she met fellow travelers, other seekers of light, who smiled at her as if they understood the depth of her journey. She no longer feared the darkness because now she knew the light within her would never fade. It guided her even through the darkest stretches of the road. And then one day, as she took another step, she suddenly found herself above the mist. Before her stretched mountain peaks bathed in sunlight. The air was crisp and pure. She looked down and saw the valley where she had once been lost. Now it seemed distant and not so terrifying after all. "I made it," she thought, smiling as she lifted her gaze to the sky. Now she knew, the light had always been there. She just had to keep moving toward it. You are not just on the path, you are already rising. And one day, you will see that there is more light around you than darkness. The end.